babe, you know you're not supposed to be here. I told you before, you know I made it very clear. I just don't get it, can't figure out what you're thinking. You gotta go now before I let you start linking.
There is no reason to be here. He's on the other side of town. You want me to lift you up, but pretty soon you'll be going down. You've got to make up your mind. You've got to stop doing the grind. Take as much as you can take from me, and you'll see it'll be hard, so crazy hard.
You know you can't go around doing what you do, thinking that no one's gonna get on to you. People gonna see, people gonna hear. Get on your feet, you better put it in gear. My and mind will define you, be trying too hard. Cut it out, shut your mouth, spit it out. That damn you God, you're trying too hard. You got to choose, or you know you're gonna lose.
Go home to your kids and family.
You know you got to go.
Get yourself out here.
Here's what we need to make the mic stand guitar mount. A piece of wood 3/4 inches thick, 4.5 inches high, and 3 inches wide. Another 3/4 inch thick piece of wood, 2 3/4 inches high by 1.5 inches wide. A 1/4 inch thick piece of wood, 1.5 inches high by 3/4 inches wide. A 1.5 inch long dowel, 1/4 inches in diameter. Some 6 by 1/2 inch long sheet metal screws. A number 10 by 32 3/4 inch long wing screw. And last but not least, a common rubber band. Now we're going to machine these 3 pieces. If you look here, you'll see that I've drawn the pattern. At the top, these 2 ends are 1/2 inch. In the middle here, this piece is 1 5/8 inches long, and it's down 2 1/4 inches. These 2 squares here are each 1 1/4 inches on each side. That leaves a 1/2 inch by 1 1/4 inch protrusion down on the bottom. So we're going to cut that out, and then we're going to cut this piece out. And what we have here is a 5/8 inch hole. We have a 3/32 inch hole, and then we have a piece that's going to be centered, and it's a 1/2 inch wide by 1 inch long. And finally, on this small 1/4 inch thick piece, we're going to have 2 5/32 inch holes, both centered along the width, and 1/4 inch in from the end. Now I'm going to go do that machining and show you what it looks like when it's done. I've completed cutting out the pieces. Here's the first piece, again, with the 1/2 inch protrusion. Here's the second piece. Here's the 5/8 inch hole, down 3/4 of an inch and centered on the width. Here's the 3/32 inch hole, centered between this cutout and the 5/8 inch hole. And here's the cutout, 1/2 inch wide by 1 inch high. And here's the 1/4 inch thick piece with the 2 holes cut. I've also drilled a few extra holes. If we look here, I've drilled a hole that's a 1/4 inch in diameter, 3/8 inch from the end and centered along the width, and that hole goes through this leg and through this leg as well. Also, 3/4 inch down from the end, I've drilled a 5/32 inch hole that goes into the 5/8 inch hole. And on this piece, I've also drilled a 1/4 inch hole that's 3/8 inch from the end and centered along the width. I've also sanded a little bit so that these two pieces fit together like this, so that when I take the 1/4 inch dowel, I can put this dowel in and now we have a device that pivots on that dowel. The mic stand goes on the 5/8 inch hole, and then I take my wing screw and screw it into the 5/32 inch hole. So when this is on the mic stand and I screw this in, I can secure it to the mic stand so that it will not move. And now it's sturdy and will not move. And when I release it, it can come off the mic stand. The last thing we have to do is attach this piece. And the purpose of this piece is to keep this in its vertical position, but also keep this in an angle position so that when you put the guitar on, the guitar will rest here positively and there's no chance of this falling off. If it were horizontal like this, there's a possibility it could fall off, but when it's up like this, it will not fall off. So this piece will go 5/8 inch from the end. We'll drill a hole, screw one screw in, then we'll drill the second hole and screw the second screw in. Now I'll measure 5/8 inch down. I'm going to draw a line. Now I'm going to take the piece, put it on that line, and drill through the existing hole and drill a 3/32 inch hole. About a half inch down. And put a screw in. Now before I put the other screw in, I'm just going to check this out. Make sure it works okay. Put the dowel back in. You notice it can't move any further than that, and when it comes up, it can't move any further than that. So let's drill the other hole and put the second screw in. Now we're just about finished. By the way, when you drill the 5/8 inch hole, if that hole will not fit onto your mic stand, you need to make it a little larger. Just take a piece of sandpaper, put it around the pencil, and go in and smooth it out until it'll fit easily on your microphone stand. Now there's one more hole here we haven't filled. So I'm going to take one more screw and put it here and put it about a little more than halfway in. And then I'm going to take the rubber band. I'm going to put it around here, around this piece, and bring it back like that. And what we have is an automatic return. When I have this on the mic stand and the guitar is in place, it'll sit like that. When I take the guitar away, it'll automatically come up in its storage position.
Come on, baby.
Very simple, but very
I
effective.
told you before, you know I made it very clear. I just don't get it, can't figure out what you're thinking. You gotta go now before I let you start thinking.
There is no reason to be here. He's on the other side.